VIP.
Hey, nerds, blurs, what's going on? DC fans, Batman fans, we are in episode 3 of The Penguin. And last week I asked for a backstory for Vic. They delivered. So I'm cool with this episode. I don't know about y'all, but I'm here for this episode. What about you?
Yeah, it's my favorite so far. I really dug it. It's a lot of subversion, man. They have you thinking like you going in one direction and they just pull the rug from under you. I love that shit stuff.
I did. I like how they opened it and everything. I like it so that I want to be somewhat like attached to the characters. I want to care. So you have to give me time to care about the characters, the good and the bad. I want to care about the story. And I feel like they're doing so much of this within the story that we don't know if we hate them, but sometimes we care enough that we want to know what's going on next. So y'all, we are going to get into these slides because this was a very interesting episode, and I'm here for Vic. I am Team Vic. He ain't always making the best decisions, but I am rooting for you, Vic. I am rooting for you. So we start this episode off by getting some background information on our nice little friend Vic. We get to see his family, and he got a little girlfriend. Okay, out here stuttering and whatnot, and the ladies don't even know. They okay. Okay, y'all can't tell me y'all ain't out here talking about y'all can't get nobody. Vic ain't even got his whole speech together, and he's still out here. And I actually like his little girlfriend. I think that she seems like she's a good person. She's got good head on her shoulders.
I can't pronounce her name. How you say her name?
Look, I ain't got that far. You know, I don't do names.
Gracie. I can't pronounce that. Gracilia or something like that.
Y'all know the name because y'all know I ain't the name. Don't ask me nobody's name. I'm gonna mess the name up. Y'all see how I do on Fridays with Reasonable Doubt. I don't never know that man's name. I don't know, but I really like her. I think that amongst the crew of thugs that he was hanging out with, that she actually wants to be somebody that does the right thing, but he ain't in a place to do the right thing. And I can see that his parents actually really, really cared about him. That Vic came from a good family to be out here slinging in these streets. Like, what you doing, Vic?
Come on, it's circumstances. His whole entire neighborhood got flooded. Not only got flooded, but like we saw how it happened. It's crazy to me. Like, for one, the budget for this show gotta be ridiculous because that scene was hard. Like, I'm trying to think about like what other like shows that have action like that or just major scenes like that. It's like, heavy CGI, whatever, and this what looks as good as that did. Like nothing. Like that was movie quality. How the walls broke. Like you can see like the cars disappearing under the water. Like that was crazy to me. Like how much money they put into like a TV show for one scene, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking about like Marvel
standards though, because like think this is a variation of the movie, and so
yeah, it is.
Like don't water it down just because it's on TV now. Let's not water this down. Let's keep up the same appearances. Let's keep up with the same effects and the same acting, the same wardrobe, surrounded around these same characters. So I'm like, y'all do this.
It's like a movie. It's like a movie on TV, but it's like real good cinematic quality. It's like it really went all in on this. You could tell they're trying to drive you towards the next movie. Like this show is pretty much a long 8-episode advertisement for Batman 2. You know, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, they ain't got to convince me too hard because I'm sold. I was already sold before because I'm a Batman fan. Okay, y'all
Yeah,
already had me, but y'all got me even more now that I might actually go to the theater to see this
man.
one.
With Vic's family, yo, like it's crazy the parallels though, because even like Vic came up in a good family and whatnot. It seemed like Cobb came up in a not so good family, but they both got a similar outlook on life, even like at an earlier age. Because Vic's dad, was very he's really a an upstanding guy. He wants, you to be on the up and up, have you a good job, stuff like that. But Vic is like, you ain't never want more. And like you can see when Vic and Cobb are interacting, Cobb is like, hey, don't you want more than what you were, what your lot in life was? So it's like it's crazy how Vic and Cobb come from two backgrounds but have a similar look on what they want in life. And I feel like that's coming through more because at first I felt like Cobb is just using Vic because he's conveniently using this guy. But then this episode made it seem like Cobb kind of cares for Vic. You know what I'm saying? Like that there is some camaraderie there beyond you're a good tool for me.
And I also find it interesting that and both of them have uh their challenges that they have to overcome, like with Vic
Yeah,
and in his speech, and of course Oswald and his and them feet of his, and he just be wobbling around the city. But both of them are just like they're like overcoming that and still trying to get what they need. Like they're not letting that be a barrier
yeah. I
at
think
all.
that's like one of the major driving forces for why Cobb didn't kill Vic to start with. Like he kind of pitied him because he saw that this guy had an impediment. He had some type of thing that's like, and Cobb is like, I've always had one too. So there was some level of relativity there, even on
Mm-hmm.
that level. But this episode shows that that relativity, that relativism between the two of them went further or deeper than just their impairments. Because Vic always wanted more. He always wanted more, and like it's just crazy the parallels for me. Like I dig it. I dig it that they came from two different backgrounds but have a very similar outlook on what they want in life.
Hmm. And I felt so bad when that bridge collapsed
Oh
and
man,
he like just it's like you're literally watching this happen to your
yeah,
parents and you can't do anything about it.
and it's another thing too. Like it had some a level of guilt, a level of self guilt for Vic because he asked to go out. You know what I'm saying? And his dad really didn't want him to go out at first, but his mom kind of talked him into it. It's like, man, you asked to leave and your family died while you were gone, and you literally saw it happen. Like you
Hmm.
saw the water travel from the wall all the way to your apartment complex. It seems like if there was like one floor higher, they, they would have made it.
It's a mess, and I felt bad because I'm just like, what do you have after that other than his his girlfriend? Like he took a big L
He
when
had to
that
go
whole
from
thing.
the roof,
Mhm.
like because those other guys was with him when he tried to rob Cobb's to try to steal Cobb's wheels.
I mean, if you gonna live a life of criminal activity, Vic,
Man, what's
he
crazy?
got some work to do.
His girl asked about the dude that got shot, that Sophia shot. She was like, she hasn't heard from him. Remember that scene? The one that the guy who Sophia shot when he said that when Vic was not Vic when Kyle was getting interrogated in episode 1 and she shot the dude.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
his girlfriend, Vic's girlfriend, asked about that dude. She was like, she hadn't seen him around. Vic don't know that he got shot because Vic wasn't there.
That's because Oswald over here is just he be I don't know how much longer he gonna keep up with the charades because he lies so much. I don't know how long he gonna be able to keep
He
up with
does.
everything that he lies about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, they got me because I think I personally wanted the drug to be Venom. Um, but it was Bliss. I know Bliss is actually in the comics, but it's not the same thing as this. Like they took some liberties. I guess they just took the name of the drug from the comic and applied it to a different drug. But the guy that makes it, Dr. Bloom, he's also in the comics. But in the comics, he got powers and stuff. So I'm
So
guessing
yeah.
just Easter eggs, you know what I'm saying? Not really applying the comic book logic to the
Tell us
anime.
your theories about what you think is happening here and what you think other people are hearing with what's going on here in this drug and the mushrooms that set off my trypophobia looking at who. But when you seen this scene, what were you thinking as from what's on the TV and what were you thinking from the things that you read? Because we know you read the comics.
I mean, well, Doctor Bloom, I definitely um knew Doctor Bloom was from the comics. I I was very like unsure as far as the presentation of him because he's very grounded. And in the comics, he's a meta human. Bliss kind of just threw me because I wanted it to be Venom. I wanted it to have like a tie to like Bane or something bigger. But Bliss Bliss from the comics and Bliss in the show are not remotely similar. But I think that they're just using the names from the show, kind of like an Easter egg, to pretty much tell us that this was in the comics, and then same thing with Doctor Bloom, he was in the comics. I doubt they'll actually lean into that and lean into the more meta human, the powers and stuff like that aspect of the comic books. It's going to remain more grounded than anything. Uh, um, the thing that stood out to me about Bliss though was that Cobb referred to it as a party drug or whatnot, and Sophia gave him this look like, nah, it's a little bit more than that. I think that that Bliss in the show is gonna be more of a mind controlling or a social controlling drug or whatnot. Like she was saying that when they had tested the drug in the club, she was saying that these people were 2 weeks removed from a disaster, and look at them. The drug is very manipulating, and with the drug coming from Arkham, and people in Arkham crazy as hell, and it was making
Don't do
them.
Arkham like that.
I mean, it is what it is. They crazy as hell in Arkham, but like it was making them sane, or not really sane. It was keeping them docile. And like
Mm.
I can see this drug being used like on the population to keep the population in line, to keep them from wigging out over the fact that they're still living through a disaster. I kind of think this whole thing is leading up to this is a story. I can't think of the name of it. I think it's like Gotham Wasteland or something like that. I read it. I read parts of it a while ago, a long time ago, and I think winter is coming to Gotham, which is like a hint towards Mr. Freeze. And with that part of Gotham being underwater, when winter comes, it's gonna be
Shout out to
ice.
Game of Thrones. Winter is coming.
Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? So I think Bliss is gonna actually play into that. I don't
Mhm.
think it's I mean, I wanted it to be more personally. I wanted it to be more comic book sound, more like meta human ish, more towards like powers and abilities or whatever. I'm starting to feel like they're gonna touch on the concept of those things, but they're never gonna cross that road and get into like the more fantastical aspects. But the fact that they're just acknowledging it for me is pretty much is good enough right now. But in the comic books, Bliss is like a mind control agent. Like it gets you high, it makes you have a euphoric state or whatever, but it also controls you. And I think that element of Bliss in the show is kind of there, but in a different fashion. Like it's controlling the people by taking their minds off of their everyday life. It's making them drones,
Mhm.
making them
Mhm.
like how they were people were in Arkham. The fact that it's a drug from the prison is also like wild to me. Like y'all took something that is supposed to treat people and you're selling it on the streets for profit, which is like there's so many like real world parallels to that. This I don't even want to get into that.
But I'm just saying, look, if they make Vic Mr. Freeze, listen, this
They're not
might
gonna make
be
Mr. Freeze.
this might be one of my favorite shows if they do that.
Man,
It's gonna
see, thing
rise up.
about that is that one, his girl. Well, never mind. I'm about to say his girl ain't dead or his girl ain't comatose, but ain't no telling what could happen to her,
Because
right?
they made it a point to give him a little girlfriend. They made it a point to be
They
somebody
did
that she
make that
cares
a
about.
point,
Like they made it a point for this to happen. Like they could have skipped over her and made her a faded memory or gave us a scene or something. They gave her dialogue, a
man.
story. They wanted us to care about her. So
He had
look,
half the show. Like half the show was surrounding her and her story, her and hit and their story together, pretty much. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it could be, but if they go that route, I don't know, man. This
I,
Hispanic Mr. Freeze.
anything is possible these days when you with how the people these days that hate diversity, equity, inclusion. Oh, it's woke. They'll be mad. They do that. Oh my goodness, so many people be so mad.
Oh,
But let me tell you, I'm
bruh.
gonna be so happy. I want to be here for. Drop in the comments if you would be here for Vic being the new Mr. Freeze. Because remember, Mr. Freeze's name is Victor.
My
Okay,
God.
Charles just said winter is coming.
Winter
So
coming, but I
if
don't
we
know if it's gonna be
and I
Victor.
need Vic to get into his villain bag because Vic ain't been villainy enough for me yet.
He getting there.
Okay.
He's learning. He learning. He
So
just
when
killed a
I need
man.
him
He
to get
learning.
all the way. He need to get all the way in that villain bag for me. And I'm gonna be here for it. This team up, the team didn't even last that long.
They didn't, man. But the that bald head dude is His name is Johnny VD or something like that.
Mm.
That I don't like him, but I knew it was gonna come full circle with him smashing the boss's wife, and then, and then they just walk in on him, and then they just blackmail him into working with them. But it's like that's what I was saying with the subversion. This episode made it seem like Cobb
Like
and
they was about to be a
Sophia.
dynamic duo over here.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
made us
yeah.
think that they out here, handling business, standing on big business together.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, exactly. And
Again,
like
they
everything was
made us
working.
care about this team up. It was just like,
Everything
nah,
is
this ain't
working
gonna work.
so well.
And then we was like, okay, well maybe it can work. They do kind of work well together. They kind of look like they got each other's back. They out here, making moves. And then Oswald is going Oswald out here. But I
Man,
did like the way that they ran up on this guy and had him in the bed. Like you got to be standing on business when you run up in somebody's bedroom and he's still laying in the bed, ain't even got on no
man,
clothes, just laying
he
there.
ended up
And
he ended up with the
you
boss's
confront the
wife.
man and you ain't even let him get up to get himself together.
Man, he ended up with the boss's wife, yo. Like, but uh,
Nasty
he
work.
he did threaten Sophia, so she was on that. Yo, let's get him then. You know what I'm saying? Because
He
he
just
was
because
like,
they be talking to her real crazy out here,
yeah,
like
real
she ain't gonna
crazy.
snap.
Like, oh man, you better take the flight. Or I'm just gonna say you took the flight. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Cause who you threatening?
Yeah, who you threatening?
I'm like, they really gonna
Exactly.
learn to stop playing on her name like that. Cause they really
Exactly.
be acting like she did. Y'all not know who is her dad, who is her brother, and where did she just get released from?
They
And they
act
be
like
acting like
she
just cause she a girl, she ain't gonna pop off.
exactly like 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 she a pushover. But the thing about it is that she seems to be more capable, even though she does have a screw loose somewhere. But she seems more capable than her brother and her dad. And it's like I don't know if they're intimidated by her ability or if it's just like, all right, her brother died, so now it's time for me, as in her uncle, to move up. You know what I'm saying? But either way, they want to get rid of her. I feel like if she had cooperated and left and went to Italy or wherever, they would have killed her there. You know what I'm saying? It would have got her out of Gotham, isolated her, and killed her there. Like, and I think she kind of saw that ahead of time. But then Buddy right here just spilled the beans. He was pretty much like, catch the flight, or I'm gonna just tell him you caught the flight, or basically saying, catch the flight, or I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna go missing, and I'm gonna tell everybody you went to Italy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, get
And I'm
out of
like,
here.
boy, he got the wrong one. He
Yeah,
got the
Buddy
wrong
had
one.
nerve. Buddy had nerve. But you know what? Uh, I do have my suspicions that she might not be the hangman after her and Vic had a conversation. Because Vitti told Sophia that Cobb was the one that pretty much sold her out when he was her driver. Like, he the one that had
Mm-hmm.
it with
Mm-hmm.
Falcone, her dad. And
Mm-hmm.
like, one, that affected Sophia in that moment. Like, she was like, "Oh yeah, he did screw me over." But two, it's like everybody wants to remove Sophia from the equation. It's like, I don't know if it's like she is a threat or whatever, but she seemed to not be the hangman. Like, she resented the idea that people thought she was the hangman. So, like, did she take the fall for somebody? Did they set her up to go to Arkham to get her out of the way? It just seems like not only does her uncle want her out of the way, but her dad wanted her out of the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like the only person who wanted her around was her brother.
And now he's gone and she ain't got that anchor. Like
Yeah,
like they don't understand if she ain't got nothing to hold on to right now. That's a loose cannon. She
yeah,
can literally just go out and just be wilding in these streets when she want to. But I think she's
exactly.
being careful and meticulous. When she show out, I feel like it's gonna go down.
Yeah, when she snapped, there
Yeah.
it's something there. Yeah, she.
And she gonna snap and it's gonna be in the worst way. I feel like she's trying to reserve herself, but they keep pushing her. And I feel like once she get out there, it's gonna be hard to rein her back in.
Yeah, she's very calculated. Like, every time somebody talked, even when Vic spoke to her in Cobb's apartment, she was just like analyzing him, like she was looking through him, everything he
Hmm.
did. Even when he was trying to light the lighter, she was like, "You're a mechanic, but you can't work a lighter."
Like, why? I don't know what kind of energy she got around her, but y'all be either playing in her face or kind of look scared of her a little bit. I
Yeah, I
don't know, but
mean,
y'all don't want
cause
her to
she's
show all
seeing
the way
through him.
out.
She's seeing through everybody. Like, she even seeing through Cobb, but if he was winning her over. Like, in the beginning, it was like, hell no. Nah. Then it was like, okay, maybe working with Cobb is a way to get what I want. And then it became, maybe Cobb kind of cares. Maybe Cobb kind of feels bad about the fact that he sent me to Arkham. And then the rug got pulled. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, she was very skeptical of everybody, but she started to soften up to Cobb, and it kind of seemed like he was fitting back into like his subordinate role with her, being her right hand man or whatnot. Because, like, that's what he was before she went to Arkham. So, like, I can sense a comfort in her and having him there, even though she was checking him. Because every time he would make a boss move, she put him to the side, like, you know who running this, right? Because it ain't you.
He trying to finesse her real quick. Talking about I'm sorry, I ain't mean to do that. I ain't know. Trying to get in good with her.
He was
Like
like,
he could have finessed her a little bit longer had he not done what he did. But
but
we
he
gonna
was
talk
like,
about it. But
he was
he was really trying to finesse her this
he
whole
was like,
episode.
I want this for the both of us. And she was like, you always got the right, you always saying the right things, you know what I'm saying? And like, she just knows, like, it's BS. It's like, you don't always have the right words to say, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, when and if somebody does always have the right words to say, you probably full of crap. She's very perceptive. She crazy,
Mm.
but she perceptive as hell.
I'm here for right now. I'm here for Sophia. She ain't done no wrong. She ain't did nothing to nobody
She
right now.
really ain't. That we know of. That we know of. Just I mean, the
Cause
other
see,
stuff.
when she snapped, I feel like I'm gonna be on her side at this
Ah,
point. I feel like I'm gonna be rooting for her if she snapped because they y'all keep
Cobb
messing with
is
her.
Cobb is kind of the bad guy when you think about from Sophia's perspective. He's definitely the bad guy. Yeah, I still want to see him win, just because I like the character. But nah, he's definitely the bad guy at this point. Like he's worse than her. It's like, yo.
Mm-mm. I am not trying to see him win at all. It's like we got a show with a whole bunch of people that ain't nobody good here. Vic probably the only innocent party that's around this circle right now, but we got and that ain't gonna last but for
Vic,
so long.
I feel like he ain't innocent no more. Vic was innocent because in the beginning, Vic felt like he had to work with Cobb or he was gonna die. Like he felt
Hmm.
like it was a hostage situation. But when he took the money, $1,000 a week, then he
Fran
became
said, "Can I
complicit.
get 2,000?"
Hey, Kyle told him, "Hey man, you gotta speak up when you want some." He said, "All right, yeah, let me get 2 of them
Exactly. Since we giving out stacks, and you said, can I?
then."
Let me just try it." He had to try. I'm glad you did try. Speak up. I
He
mean,
sure
I knew it wasn't gonna
did.
work, but you tried. You tried it.
Oh, and Kyle respected him for it too.
Oh my goodness, y'all! Before we still got a little bit left to talk about in this episode because a few things happen, especially right there at the end. But I want to first say thank you to all the subscribers and helping us get to our 1K and beyond. We are at over 1100 at this point. Keep hitting that like button, keep hitting subscribe, engaging in the comments, joining in the lives and the channel memberships. This Saturday, the members only watch along is going to be Bones. We're celebrating spooky season and we love our blockbuster night with our members. It's in a smaller environment. You know, get your snacks, get your pajamas, do your watch along with us. It's a fun night. Also, with my channel membership, you all are getting unreleased content. Y'all are getting short films. Y'all are getting a vlog. You all are getting members only polls. Y'all are also getting some therapy stuff in there because yes, my 9 to 5 is a therapist, so I have some special stuff reserved for the channel members. It's a lot of stuff in there. I want you all to check it out. Join the membership. But for all those who have and subscribe, I just want to say, you know what? We appreciate y'all's support. I'm gonna keep it real. How you make me feel. Boy, you give me chills.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great to see you.
Moving right along with the episode. I
Oh
said,
man,
"Oh, so we got the triad in here. We we
yeah,
trying to
they
move in the
also,
big leagues with the big mafia people. We
yeah.
got the dogs out here trying to make deals. Okay,
Oh yeah. First off, one thing that I want to talk about with this part, especially the guy I can't think of his name, but Ling, whatever the guy name is, the first triad member he met to get to the big guy, dude. Like when he first when Cobb first walks in, they hold him all at gunpoint, right? My first thought was like, yo, Cobb done screwed over everybody, man. Like everybody he works with, he screwed over. Like, dude immediately was like, nah, man, you can't say nothing to me until you pay me. I gave you a whole bunch of cigarettes. Like, like, where my money? And it's like, yo, that right there, to in my opinion, also was a sign to Sophia, like, man, you really out here making moves, ain't you, Cobb? Like, you you doing a lot for somebody who ain't a made man, for somebody who ain't really in the mix like that. But the biggest thing with the triad though was that it was just the world building for me, because in the comics they have the triad, they have the Russian mafia. It's like so many different smaller groups in Gotham that run certain areas of certain things and whatnot. And the fact that they're kind of like bringing them in to the show, lets me know that there'll be like more of that in like the movies coming up. Because it's like, you know, Batman historically in the movies, he always is battling the Falcones. You know, even in like the Christian Bale Batman, the Falcones were the ones who were responsible for his family's death or whatnot. You know, so like it's always a Falcone thing, but there's so many gangs and groups in Gotham. And this right here was one of the first times that I can remember seeing like other groups being mentioned, other groups being part of the storytelling as far as, you know, the live action storytelling goes.
Oh, absolutely. It just showed how widespread we're getting. Like you said, for world building, because we don't know what other spin-offs are going to happen from the Batman, what
Yeah,
other characters we're going to follow, if we're going to follow any more heroines, villains, or anti-heroes. But just putting things in place so that when we see them and hear them again, I think that's a good deal. Give us these little tidbits and hints and Easter eggs in the beginning. Let us feel familiar with these characters. So when they do pop up again, because you know they're all going to be wrapped up in something, we'll appreciate it more, knowing that they gave us the opportunity to kind of be privy to what's happening
yeah.
behind the scenes
I
within
wonder if
the dirty crime life of Gotham.
yeah, I wonder if the next Batman is gonna be more of a crime procedural drama style Batman, because they're really setting it up like our bosses over here, mafia, different international gangs and stuff. It's like they're setting this up to be like Sicario or something like that, one of those type of movies. Which is it's just a
Mm.
weird take. Well, it's not a weird take because the comics kind of lean in that direction, but like I said, in cinema they don't lean into that aspect of Batman much. I feel like they're going there, and I'm digging that.
As we are headed towards the end of the episode, we see Vic trying to do the right thing. He has a good person that's in his corner. She's like, it's dangerous here. Ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing here for us. Okay. Ain't nothing here in Gotham but crime and corruption. Okay. Crime and corruption. What are we gonna do with that? Okay, y'all already out here trying to rob people and whatnot. You know your daddy wouldn't like that. So let's go.
She don't know about the robbing part.
But he know he did it.
Yeah, he do know. No, he know
Ain't
he ain't
nothing.
doing it to his daddy standards. He know
Exactly. You know
he's
that ain't right. You know you was raised right. You know you can do better. Your family wanted better for you. She's like, let's get up out of here. Unless you want to be a part of the crime and corruption, who want to be here in Gotham? Because he was trying to make it seem like ain't nothing wrong with Gotham. We grow up here and there's a lot of good stuff, and our people here and all. It ain't all that bad. Yes, it
yeah.
is. Where is good at, Vic? Where? You made $1,000 in 1 week, and now we want to just stick around and stay here.
I mean,
Boy,
but see,
like Denzel would say, boy, you must be outside your mind.
I don't know, man. I feel like her plan ain't a good plan though. When she going to California, you know how expensive it is in California.
At this point, where is worse than Gotham? Okay, again, I don't even see the sunshine in Gotham. It's always just dark there to let you know
Oh
it's
my
dark activities happen in Gotham.
god.
And getting anywhere outside that, you know what? Maybe on the trip to California, they realized we might need to go somewhere like Georgia. Come on down to the south. All right,
Man,
but
hey,
anywhere is better than where they are right now.
California, the other side of the freaking state from Gotham. Like, and on a bus, how long it gonna take her to get there? She about to be on that bus for a long time.
I'd rather sit on the bus than sit down at any table in Gotham where a fight can break out any minute. Somebody is escaping from Arkham because
Oh man,
apparently y'all don't keep locks on the doors and y'all or the security guards don't do their job. We got somebody escaping, somebody selling drugs, somebody family getting popped off, somebody house getting robbed, somebody car getting robbed. You can't trust the politicians here. Apparently,
a whole
there's
dam
threats.
getting exploded.
Exactly. Like what? There is no reason to stick around. And
Man,
so Vic is like, you know what? Go on and get me a ticket. Let me give you a couple of dollars. Put a little money in your pocket because I got it. All of a sudden today,
yeah,
because
today,
you
yeah.
wouldn't have gave her nothing if she would have came yesterday. But today you got a little something something. See, that's a good man right there, Savannah. He ain't even got that much, and he gave you some of it.
Wow.
Vic said, "I'm Vic trying to be a good man in
You
these
know,
streets." He said,
I kind of feel like she's a little naive though, because she all up in Cobb's apartment, and it's a big behind vault in there, and it's visible. She doesn't even ask about the vault. My thing is like, you couldn't tell that you was in some kind of mob boss's apartment, because
Well,
like
her parents might have sheltered her. She probably said Vic came from a
man,
good family. He wouldn't do no stuff like this. He wouldn't be
man,
involved with these type people.
she's in Gotham. She's street smart. She
And
knows
that's
something.
why she's trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay. She said it's time to hit that old dusty trail and get it on out of here. And he said, you know what? Okay, my boss probably ain't gonna want me to do this, but I love you, girl. Go and get me a ticket and stay somewhere. Go and get you a nice place to stay. Go and get you some good food, and we're gonna get on up out of here. I knew he was lying when he said that, okay?
Yeah, I
I
knew
could
that
tell a
was gonna
lie
happen.
coming a mile away. He don't even look like he was telling the truth while he
he
at that club talking about he out there making us think he contemplating whether or not he gonna go. Think your ass wasn't going no damn where, because you're just as crooked as you want to be at this point. You want to be about that thug life, even though you ain't got to be out here acting like Tariq from Power. You weren't raised that way. Okay, why are you choosing the crime life if you don't have to?
I think Vic got PTSD. When he was in the club and the sound from the music was making him have flashbacks or whatever. I think he leaned into that feeling, and that made him want to leave. For like at first, he was just telling her, "Yeah, I'll go," but that club experience made him want to actually leave. But at the same time, when Kyle confronted him about it in the bathroom, and Kyle pretty much echoed what Vic said to his own father. I think that's what made Vic stay. Cause Vic told his father, like, don't you want something better in life? And Cobb said the same exact thing to Vic. After disrespecting his father somewhat, he was like, oh yeah, work all your life and then you die having nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that really pissed Vic off too. but that I think that conversation really let Vic know that, if I want to get what I want, I gotta stay here.
And he probably does have PTSD, but this is the only time I would ever in life tell somebody not to go to therapy. But if you live in Gotham, don't go to therapy. Because for what? What is it gonna do in Gotham? What is it gonna do?
Get you brainwashed.
Exactly. Go to therapy and come out a whole ass villain. Don't do that. Ain't no real help. If
Yeah,
you're gonna go to
especially
therapy,
with
go to Metropolis and maybe get you some therapy over there.
especially
Don't
with
do it in Gotham.
Dr. Rush, aka I think it's Doctor Strange, man. I don't know. That's my theory. I think it's Doctor Strange. It's gonna come out at some
Because let me
point.
tell you something. I don't need my therapist up that close and personal to me. We're not doing that.
Yo, Buddy Wood, man, I can't get over that how handsy dude was.
Because I said, what
Pretty
kind of
mad
therapy is this?
handsy.
And I'm the therapist. I'm like, I ain't never did that kind of intervention before. If you live in Gotham, do not go to therapy. I would never tell anybody else that, but don't go. You see why Batman all in his feelings, because he know he need therapy and he can't go. Well, who he gonna go to therapy with? Who gonna help him?
He has nightly therapy. He has therapy every single night.
Beating up low-level criminals is not considered
Beating
therapy.
That's straight up. That has to
Giving somebody a concussion
That has to
for a
release some
dime
tension,
bag.
though. Hey, ain't you wanted to just knock some people out like every day I did?
Just because he can to I don't use guns and I don't kill people. I mean, but what kind of life do they have afterwards, Batman?
Right. Freaking vegetables, like.
What kind of life is it?
Oh yeah, bats be tripping. Low key bats be tripping.
But I love me some Bruce Wayne. And getting towards the end of this episode,
Yeah, when the
old
Maronis.
girl popped out the car and was just like, what y'all think y'all about to do? Because y'all
Bro,
not finna
like,
play in my face.
I think this like it came full circle because like in the opening scenes, like after Vic's flashback, you know, when Sophia comes to Vic's apartment, Cobb gets a phone call. That phone call is the Maronis. Like, so I wonder what was said on the phone call that ended up with this at the end of the show. Cause like I don't get what her issue was really. I mean, I know Vic was, you know, moving the product behind their back and like didn't cut them in on the product, but like Vic just got the product. Like he's still playing the role of the inside man, and they're gonna burn their inside man. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know, but okay, these people didn't come to play though.
They didn't. They didn't. Thank God Vic decided to come back. And then Vic caught a body. So it's like, bro, this whole episode was just a transformation of Vic. Like he went from being a hostage to a paid henchman to catching a body. Like in one episode.
And did. And I don't know how Oswald wobbled his ass over to that car so fast. But Vic was just like, I thought you and Sophia was homegirls. I mean, so are we? You know, are we supposed to back up and get her? You know, do you got the strap? Do we need to go blasting on some people? Since I'm ready now, I'm already in it now. And
Yeah,
Oswald was like, who? Go back
yeah,
and get who?
nah, leave shorty. The jig is up. We gotta get on. Like
Like, how you
hey,
make me meet this nice lady? I'm sitting over here stuttering and shit. I can't even light the goddamn cigarette for and talking about we gonna be driving her and stuff. And now all of a sudden that I can't even drive her away from crime.
yeah, like, and like the way the show ended, I really want to know like what's the next step, because it really like at this point it seemed like Penguin got more villains, got more enemies than friends now. Like he don't burn every
Exactly. All
bridge.
these lies about to catch up with him, and he just keeps stacking them on there. And he thought he was doing something with his little white on white suit. I said, I see you out here trying to look like
He was
Scarface.
he was dressing the part, man. I know that freaking fat suit gotta be like hot for Buddy.
I hope they paid your boy well, Colin. I hope they broke you off with a little something,
Oh,
something.
you already know they did. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way you gonna have CGI look that good and they ain't getting no check. You can't start the show with that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get paid. But that's probably why we ain't gonna have Batman in the series. They spent too much money on making the show look good. They can't get Robert Pattinson to come and show up and to like record.
They can throw him a few dimes because he ain't doing nothing. Okay? I guarantee you, he over there in England not doing nothing, sitting at the house. Y'all can let him come over there. Give me 2 seconds of him, okay? Let me just see him from. You can just let him stand next to the bat signal with his cape blowing in the wind.
What's funny?
I don't care. Put him in there.
What's funny to me though is like I was expecting to hear like, you know, some background world building, like them sitting down at a bar or something or a diner, and it's like a news report of like Batman sighting or something like that. There's no Batman. Like there's not even talk of Batman, not even chatter of Batman. Like, where the hell Batman?
Exactly, because they feel too free to move around the city doing all these crimes. Ain't nobody scared yet. Okay, that's why we need the Cape Crusader to come in there. Okay, because he be out here being the deuce.
It's only been like 2 or 3 weeks since the disaster, so it's like, bro, Buddy gotta
they
be
ain't living
doing
in
something.
fear. Okay, they ain't living in enough fear.
Yeah,
you need
they
to
ain't
come
there
on
yet.
out there. Exactly. I need them to be moving a little bit in the shadows.
Even
because everybody is out here.
TV.
They just don't care. They doing crime and they don't care who sees. When you on the news to say this is gonna be the new leader of the family mafia, like, how is this newsworthy? Where is Bruce? And all of this?
I do wonder where he is though. It's something going on with him. They either Batman is not going to show at all, or they saving him for some kind of big reveal somewhere at some point.
And where's the Justice League at? At least if you can't get Batman, can Wonder Woman slide through real quick?
I'm pretty sure this is like a universe when none of them exist except Batman.
Can Robin be somewhere cooking in the basement? Okay, getting ready. We need to pull out something because these drug lords and crime bosses is out here moving. They moving too freely.
This kind of reminds me of like year one Batman. Like I think he's just young, cause like he was going by like vengeance or whatever the hell, and like
because I am vengeance.
Yeah, in the movies and whatnot. So I feel like he ain't even got his whole moniker together yet. Like. I think he ain't in the game deep enough yet. And like if the other heroes exist, if the other heroes exist in this universe, then like I think either Batman is the first one, or like the rest of them they ain't done nothing yet. Like either Batman is the first the first hero in this universe, and Superman he's still in hiding. Wonder Woman still on Themyscira, Green Lantern don't exist on Earth right now. Flash ain't got his powers yet. He probably a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either that or they don't exist and it's just Batman, which I mean it's okay, but I would like to have the rest of everybody else show up at some point in time.
Because by the time he get back, it's gonna be too many for just him. He gonna need some backup because he's letting crime run rampant right now. This ain't the time to be leaving. And we know Zoe Kravitz ain't coming back as Catwoman, so we just gonna have to find us a replacement.
I ain't like her as Catwoman anyway.
Well, I highly doubt she'll come back.
Why you say that though? What she said she wasn't?
I mean, she's like trying to be behind the scenes now. Writing and directing her own stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that.
I think she's trying to get behind the camera.
A lot less pressure than being in front of the camera, if you ask me.
But y'all drop in the comments. How did you feel about episode 3? Where does this rank in the episodes that we have this far compared to the first 2? I actually really like this. I felt like I needed that backstory of Vic. I wanted to see how this partnership with Sophia and Oswald was coming along. And we see it didn't go very far as I suspected. And this set us up for all hell to break loose in episode 4. I'm ready for it. I want to hear from you all. What did you think? And what do you think we'll see in episode 4? Charles, before we let these people go, what do you think is going to happen next episode?
I have no clue. And that's what I like. Because the ending is so complicated now. It's like, where do you go from here? You know what I'm saying? And in any other situation, it would be like, man, y'all wrote yourselves into a wall, but they gotta have something up their sleeves, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just curious to see what that is, whatever it is.
I actually don't know either. I don't even have a prediction because of the way we left off. I will say though, I'm ready for Sophia to just come on all the way out. Okay, she's being reserved. Let's see what you got here. But I'm actually clueless, and I think I'm glad too, because we kind of left off on like, what the hell is going on? so but I need them to keep that same energy though. Like don't fast forward it into the future and the whole thing is together. No, when we come back in episode 4, give me that same energy. I need to have anxiety soon as I press play.
Heck yeah.
Keep me in the zone. If you all have not, make sure you have liked and subscribed to the channel. And we will see you again tomorrow for Grotesquerie. That's a live review. Friday is a Reasonable Doubt live. And then following that will be a public watch along for the new Hulu movie, Mr. Crockett. And then Saturday is the members only watch along. And as you know, Penguin on Wednesdays. We will see you all in the next video.
I need the cash, I need it fast. I treat the stash like it's up for grabs. On the road to the riches, my foot on the gas. I'm chasing success like it's my last. I wake up in the morning, thank the Lord that I made it up. I was so close to the edge like a pebble, baby help. I turn a little nothing into or something, like I put a bun in the oven. I first get red like a newborn. If you weren't with me going too storm, then you can't make it rain with me. You ain't in the struggle trying to hustle. Don't play with me. You sleep for a week, you spend the day with me. Look at my shoes, have problems even lacing it. If I handed you my talent in a cup, you know dry niggas are probably under wasting it. Now who's gonna clean up that spill?